Hi guys, it's Tammy and welcome to our channel. I know you all came here because you are curious about the Tulsa Remote Program. I'm here to share my experience for those of you who are wanting to get a little more information, especially from someone who went through the program and is currently a part of the program. If you like the content, guys, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will greatly appreciate it. So I was living in Dallas, Texas, and I found out about the Tulsa Remote Program, and my lease was about to end, and I just could not imagine having to pay over $1,600 for another year. I read about the program and learned that if you are accepted into the program, you get $10,000 to move here and live here for at least a year. Great financial incentive, right? The program was created with the goal of offering great financial incentives while attracting individuals who can work remotely while contributing to the local economy and community. So let's get down to the meat and potatoes. The application process. Eligibility. Applicants typically have to meet specific criteria, such as being a remote worker with a full-time job that allowed you to work from anywhere, being at least 18 years old, and having the legal right to work in the United States. Interested individuals have to complete an online application form through the official Tulsa Remote website, tulsaremote.com. The application form usually includes questions about your current job, remote work setup, reasons for wanting to move to Tulsa, and more. Once you apply, they will review it and see if you are a good fit, and if they deem you to be, you will then get an invitation to schedule an interview, which can be done virtually or in person, but mine was virtual. The interview was quite short and informal, and was a great experience and took about 15 to 30 minutes if I'm not mistaken. It's been a few months, so a little blurry on that. The interview is reviewed, and if you are a good fit, you would get an email letting you know that you have been selected and will have to fill out a background check. Once the background check comes back and everything is well, you will then receive an acceptance email along with the agreement that you have to sign, which is a legally binding document. The document states that you will be living in the city of Tulsa and not the surrounding areas for a year, amongst other things. I would advise you to read the contract thoroughly. It's a long document, but it had a lot of very important information. But I am one of those people who has to read everything in there to make sure you don't break any of the rules. If you break the agreement or lie about some things, you would have to pay that money back, and we want to make sure to avoid having to do all that. The whole purpose of this is to move to a nice area, and the money is icing on the cake. Prior to moving to Tulsa, the program gives you the option to visit Tulsa to check it out, and I believe they pay for it. Unfortunately, I cannot on that as I did not tour. One of the things that I believe people are eager to find out about is how the money is paid out. There are two options. You can either rent an apartment, and so they give you $500 each month, or you can purchase a home, and you would then get the $10,000, the first disbursement of $3,500 to help with relocation costs. So if you rent like I do, $3,500 first payment, then $500 every month until you complete the 12 months, and you are then given the balance, which I believe would be probably about $1,500. But I may be a little bit off, I didn't do the math ahead of time. Once you sign the lease, they require you to provide them with a copy to verify when it was signed. If you do decide you just want to go ahead and purchase at home, no problem, and I actually know some people who have done that. I just wasn't sure, so decided to rent. This is very important to remember. Do not start filling out any applications for renting apartments or start the house buying process before you get the final email that says it's time to move to Tulsa. This is cause for disqualification, and we do not want that to happen. Now, once you are in the Tulsa Remote Program, you also get access to a co-working space for free. This is pretty awesome, especially if sometimes want to interact with people, because remote work sometimes can be a little lonely. People from the Tulsa Remote Program meet at a place called 36 Degrees North, or they can meet at base camp. Another advantage of Tulsa Remote is that once you're admitted to the program, you are added to a Slack channel where the rest of the members are, and there are so many channels about different things that you can join. If you're looking for events hosted by Tulsa Remote, restaurant recommendations, church recommendations, pubs, business, local events, finances, travel, you name it. It's all there. There are 2 Slack channels that you would get access to. One is for Tulsa Remote and the other for 36 Degrees North co-working space. Another bonus is that we all get an email from Tulsa Remote every week highlighting the awesome events happening around Tulsa for that week if you don't know where to do, and I think that's pretty awesome because they do all the legwork for you. Tulsa has plenty going on. If you're very artsy, there is an arts crawl that happened downtown Tulsa on the first Friday of every month. And love a great music scene, there is much to indulge in Tulsa. If you're a beer drinker, there are plenty of breweries with a nice selection. For those with families, there is our beautiful park, and the main one with is a wonderland is the gathering place. So back to the process and how long my application process was. I was in Dallas, as I mentioned earlier, and I applied on March 20, interviewed on March 31, and I received an email and background check form letting me know that I was selected to the program on April 14. I received the final approval letter on April 17. Once you're approved, you have the option of visiting Tulsa and being given a tour around town by a Tulsa Remote employee. I personally did not tour, but signed my lease remotely and packed up my U-Haul and prayed to God that the apartment would be decent. Thankfully, it was great. Reiterate that do not sign a lease or purchase a home prior to the approval because that automatically disqualifies you. Once you move to Tulsa, you are required to attend a member orientation, and you will meet other new members, which is pretty nice. They also give you some more information about what to expect and about resources. You will be assigned a Tulsa Remote Member Experience Specialist who will be your point of contact while here and is very familiar with the Tulsa area. You are required to attend a lunch with your Tulsa Remote Member Experience Specialist, which is paid for by Tulsa Remote within the first 90 days of arriving in Tulsa. After I got approved on April 1, I moved to Tulsa on April 25, and it's been great. To give you an idea or comparison, in Dallas, my 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment was $1,600 here in Tulsa. My apartment, which is actually bigger than the one that I had in Dallas apartment, is $1,012. So yeah, I'm saving some coins for sure. As a month, that's a good savings. Traffic here is not an issue. The weather is hot, but again, that's a non-factor to me, so I'm good with that. If unfamiliar with tornadoes, you might be nervous, but it's really not a big deal to me. The food is great, and people are super nice. If you are still interested, sign up. I might just see you around here. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to ask me, and please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.